all, congratulations, co-offensive player of the year, for the Lower Valley. Just thoughts on being able to win that award, man.
I mean, it feels great. I mean, I never had this experience. I've never had it before. I mean, I came from something that I never knew nothing about football. And it just came to my mind just to play with my friends. And that's how it all started.
So when did you start playing football? You said you didn't know anything about football, and this year you go over 2,000 yards. I mean, talk about that journey, man, getting started and growing into what you are.
During middle school, I wasn't going to join football, but my friends, they pushed me to play. They put me to play. I mean, the coaches thought I wasn't going to be a running back, the ones from my middle school. But I mean, I had to prove them otherwise, and I did.
Definitely, man. Talk about, last year you kind of set the tone. You go over 1,000 yards. Was 2,000 yards on your goals for this year? How did that kind of come about, man?
Man, my goal was to, once they told me that there was a record for Brownsville, I know I had to beat it, and I knew I had the chance this year. But last year I really set the tone because, I mean, I tried to get the old seniors to playoffs, but I mean, we weren't at that level yet.
Yeah, it seemed like every time you touched the ball, you were a threat to take off for a 70-yard touchdown, 60-yard touchdown. Just talk about the mindset touching the ball, and you would get 30 to 40 carries a game sometimes, and just talk about that mindset.
My mindset that I always had was, I mean, just be calm the whole way, because I mean, just getting too desperate is not gonna help you anything.
Being the workhorse back isn't easy. There were some games where you would touch the ball 30 plus times, and in blowouts maybe you touched it 10 times, but you have to be ready for that moment. I mean, talk about that workhorse mentality and being able to shoulder that load.
I mean, the coaches always told me that we gotta make him run, and that pushed me to get better every day. I mean, I stayed after practice just to keep running more. I mean, that workhorse thing, like I didn't think that it would come to me. Because I mean, I never had anything. Never. I mean, but this year, yeah.
And one of the biggest things that stood out to me was you're able to handle that adversity. Whether it was a fumble in a game, you came right back and scored a touchdown the next drive. I mean, talk about that, man. I mean, how were you able to kind of, move past those mistakes or whatever and just keep running?
Because once you stay in the past, that's what's gonna mess you up, and that's I wanted to think about the future and wanted to win the game. I mean, the coaches and my players, I mean, my teammates, they always came like, just get the next one, just get the next one. I mean, you got it, you got it.
Last question, man. You left your mark there at Brownsville, man, one of the top running backs to come out. I mean, not many guys go over 2,000. Just what's the message to the next group, especially, maybe a kid like you that didn't know he was going to be in this position?
I mean, if the coaches or anybody doubts you, I mean, just give you your best, man. I mean, nothing can stop you for becoming how great you are.
Definitely.